What's up, y'all? You got a Six of Cups. Okay. The Magician in reverse. And my travel card in reverse. So, let me get one more. I'm feeling that this is in regards to someone's children, okay, or child, or this is regarding someone's childhood. Ten of Cups. Something in regards to family, justice. So, some kind of injustice could have taken place in someone's childhood or regarding children, okay? There could have been a lot of, I'm hearing something about adoption, maybe even traveling from home to home, moving from home to home. Someone could have grew up in the foster care system, okay? With the Magician in reverse, I'm getting that there definitely were some generational curses that someone had to break. Someone could have literally had some kind of spell work done on them. Maybe a family member, maybe even a stranger. Take it how it resonates. But someone could have had a very rough childhood or very rough upbringing, and this is because of some kind of spell work that was placed upon them. Yeah, Seven of Swords. There was some kind of deception, some kind of injustice that took place. Someone could feel like they've been cursed or hexed, or something has been spiritually done to them that they've had to deal with majority of their life. Okay, tell me more. The Wheel of Fortune, but that is changing, especially with the Magician in reverse. That is coming to an end here for whoever this is. Okay, you may feel like a lot of things are happening all at once at this time. It may feel like a lot of negative things, but what's really happening is someone is purging. Someone is purging all of the childhood wounds, mother wounds, father wounds, whatever it is. Everything that could have been weighing on you is being purged. So everything is falling away at once. So it may seem a little chaotic at the time, but it's within good reason or for good reason. The high priestess in reverse. Okay, yeah, this could have been a dark priestess. Someone's family member was deep in, somebody got a family member that's dark. Okay, somebody has a family member that was deep in some kind of like, they were doing a lot of dark things. They were heavy in some kind of, they could have even been in some kind of cult or something like that. Okay, whoever this is, they definitely studied dark arts. Okay, they could have been the family member that was like the black sheep, but not in a good way. You know, most people that are black sheeps of the family, they usually are the curse breakers and the, you know, the healer. They heal the wounds of their family and their generation and bloodline and things like that. But this person, I feel, uh is the curse maker. They could have made curses or placed curses upon their own bloodline. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, this person's going to be sorry for doing this because all of this is going to reverse onto them. Okay. The moon in reverse. Yeah, this is all going to come to the light here. The things that whoever this is has been doing in the dark is going to come to the light. Yeah, forgotten in reverse. This is my forgotten card. So some of you could also, or whoever this resonates with, there may be certain things you don't remember from your childhood. Like it may, and that's normal, but someone may have an abnormal amount of like, I don't want to say amnesia, but it feels like that. Like someone may abnormally don't remember their childhood for some reason. And it could be related to trauma or traumatic experiences as to why you don't remember certain things. It's because of this spell work. Because somebody did spell work that someone doesn't remember certain things, especially regarding their childhood or even trauma. Okay. But that's, some of it is going to be remembered. Some of you may have someone may have sudden, like a sudden flashback, like just doing something normal. You could be taking a shower, you could be eating, you could be washing clothes, you could be at work, and all of a sudden you just remember something traumatic from your childhood because some kind of spell work is being broken that someone placed on you, or even while someone was, trigger warning, okay, while someone could have been doing something traumatic to whoever this message is for, they could have literally been setting uh, setting a certain intention, and that intention allowed you to, or not allowed, it made you forget, or I can't explain it. It's like the intention they set while doing whatever they were doing traumatic to whoever this message is for caused some kind of memory loss or something. And then when you grew up, you don't remember that experience, or that what happened. Okay. So that may be why you're all of a sudden having flashbacks. Yeah, Knight of Swords. There may be a sudden remembrance of um something traumatic that happened to somebody. Okay. King of Pentacles. If it's not that, it could also even be maybe something happened regarding some finances. Like there could have been a traumatic situation that took place regarding someone's death, and money was involved, and that money could have been lost. Okay. Or forgotten, or like there was some secret money or some hidden money or something hidden about an inheritance or land or something of value here. Something of value was forgotten, but it's being brought back up to the surface. So you may find maybe some kind of documentation, or uh there may be some kind of unclaimed finances that reappear. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the sun. Something's going to be revealed here, whether it's regarding finances and inheritance, or even some kind of truth about someone's childhood or the past. Because you see, we have the moon in reverse and the sun upright. So something's going to be revealed here that was hidden or lost. Okay. Nine of Swords. Maybe even in your dreams, someone could have a dream, or had a dream, some kind of dream, um, help someone to remember something that they forgot, or maybe you didn't even know something and you had a dream or vision about it. And this dream or vision is helping you trace to some kind of unknown knowledge. Somebody could have literally even had a dream about some money or something, or some kind of document, or somebody tried to hide something, but it literally came up in your dreams. Okay. Or again, like I said, that traumatic experience, somebody could have had a dream about their traumatic experience. Yeah, Two of Cups. Okay, Two of Cups. That feels like a different energy. Let me see. Two of Cups, Eight of Cups. Okay. This could be in regards to something with a relationship. What's up, K Gresham? KG Gresham. KG Gresham. What's up? Yeah, you can get a reading. Let's see. Is KG okay? Is it okay if I call you KG? Let's see. All right. Let's see. What messages do you have here for KG that they need to hear right now? Is there anything in particular you want to know about, or you just want me to pull the cards? Just let me know. Let's see. All right, I'll just pull the cards. Let's see. What message does KG need to hear right now at this time? Hold on. Time travel, Two of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. This could be something regarding love. Possibly. Let's see. Let's see what comes out. What messages do you have for KG that they need to hear right? Okay, Nine of Cups and the Devil. Okay. You have the Nine of Cups and the Devil. This could be in regards to some kind of intimate relationship. Um, I am getting this could be in regards to love or romantic or intimate relationship that you could have dealt with. I want to say in the past. It feels like something from the past for some reason. I mean, it could be, just take it how it resonates, but it feels more like past energy. Okay. Damn, all these cards. Could be something from the past. Let me see. That flew right on out. Okay, Six of Pentacles in reverse. If it's not a past situation, it could be something current that you're trying to get away from. Okay. Or you may need to get away from. There's this strong obsessive energy regarding this person. I don't know. Yeah, see, look, the Lovers at the bottom. I don't know if this is like you obsessing about the person, or they could be obsessing about you, or it could be both of you obsessing about each other. But there's something about a lack of reciprocity. It could be a love situation, or it could simply be just a regular relationship. Okay, but regardless, whatever this relationship is, there's some kind of obsessive aspect to it. but yet something is imbalanced. Something is imbalanced about this relationship. You see, something isn't fair regarding this relationship. Tell me more. Yeah, we have work related and the Five of Cups. There could have been some disappointments in this relationship. Work related. You could have met. This could be even be maybe this could even be in regards to your relationship with work. I'm just putting options out there. There's definitely something disappointing about it because you may feel like you're not getting what you would deserve out of the situation, but it's you're kind of like lacking control in the situation. Like you may feel like you don't have control in the situation and there's something you desire more out of it or you desire something else more. So it could either be a relationship or it could either be work or it could be both. You could have met this person at work or you work with this person or maybe there's something with finances. Okay. Regardless, I feel like you have given to the situation a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I love you. I love you. You may have poured a lot into whatever this is. Like you may have invested a lot into whatever this is and been genuine or came from a genuine place or space with whatever this is, but it didn't reciprocate back to you. Like again, like I said, there's a sense of unfairness in the situation. Like you may feel drained. Again, you may feel drained or you may feel like you're lacking control in the situation. Okay. You may be finally starting to see the truth about that. Travel. This is my travel card. It got like different cities and stuff on it. Um, okay. You could travel for work, or if you don't, that may be something you want to do. Like there's a certain type of, okay, you said this is describing your work situation to a T. Okay. You want more when it comes to work. Okay. You want more out of it. If you don't travel, you may want to travel for work. You have a dream ideal situation when it comes to your finances or your work, how you want it to go or be. Let's see. You may want to quit your job, but you really can't. Like with this devil energy, you may feel bound to your job, like you can't get away from it. Okay. Music, you may love something relating to music, or you may do music, or you may want to do something regarding music or something creative. It doesn't have to be music. It could be something creative, or you may want to express yourself in a certain way and make money from it, or do something creative and make money from it. Regardless, you want to be free. You want to feel free and make money. You want to be able to do something you enjoy and it not feel like work, basically. Okay. Reflection. I'm hearing reflection by I'm hearing reflection with Mulan. You know Mulan? I'm hearing that song. Um and that song was about kind of like what this energy feels like. Like you may be having, I don't want to say a midlife crisis or nothing like that, but you're just in a place in your life right now where you're trying to figure out what it is that you really want, what would make you happy. Like you want something that shapes around your identity and who you are as a person. You want to be able to be yourself. Maybe you don't feel like you can be yourself at work. Excuse me. Maybe you don't feel um yeah, like maybe you feel limited at work. Okay, let's see. 10 of Cups, yeah. You want to do something that brings you joy. something that gives you fulfillment. Okay, you want to do something that brings you happiness, but you can still be very stable at the same time. Let's see what's coming in for KG regarding their work. What's coming in here? What's coming in here regarding sacrifice in reverse? Okay, so I'm getting this energy like you need to start putting yourself out there. There may be a situation that you specifically know about too, that like there's an opportunity for you to put yourself out there in some kind of way, or there's some kind of opportunity or choice you need to make, that you know, like there's some kind of risk that you know that you need to make, but you're afraid to do it. You're afraid of doing something that's gonna like, yeah, see, Page of Cups. This is a card of opportunity. You're afraid to take a chance on some kind of opportunity or risk. There's something like that, you know. I mean, you don't know the outcome, you don't know how it's going to go, but it could potentially change your life, or bring momentum or move you in a certain direction that's closer to what you desire. But it's a risk involved though, or it's like it requires you to take a leap of faith, but you're afraid to do it. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It will require maybe some kind of ending. Okay. It may require you to end something in order to start whatever this is. What's up, Whitlow? I told you I was gonna start changing my content. Now I'm still doing my music and stuff, but I do readings, so I might start, doing this too. So um yeah, whatever this is going to require you to take a leap of faith, and you're not feeling up to it. You're not feeling like you can do it. You're not feeling like you can take this leap of faith. But I'm telling, let's see what's going to happen from KG taking this leap of faith. Damn, look at all these cards that just came out. Let's see. The Magician. So the Magician holds all of the elements: fire, water, air, earth. So he has all of the elements at his disposal. He has all of the tools and the skills and everything. He has everything at his disposal, and he has the ability to create. So what's going to come from you taking this leap of faith is exactly what you want. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, okay? It's not going to be all rainbows and whatever. It's gonna be its ups and downs, but you're gonna have to like push through. Okay. But with what's the saying that they say? Damn, I can't think of it right now. It's a saying like, damn, what is that saying? I can't think of it, but it's basically about whatever's worth something worth. What is that saying, bro? It's like, if it's worth it, it's gonna require. Let's just let me just say that I can't think of the saying, but if it's whatever's worth something is gonna take hard work. That's not how it goes, but that's all I can think of right now. But there's definitely some kind of leap of faith here that you've been itching to take, or you've been called to take, but you've been afraid to make that move. Let me see. I got some questions about that whenever you got time to chop it up. Okay, yeah. Anything, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. Anything worth having is worth working hard for. Something, that's exactly the phrase. That's exactly it. Yeah. So anything worth having is worth working hard for. So you may feel like whatever this is you need to do, but you're afraid to do it. And that's totally okay. But you should take that fear and let it be something that inspires you to move forward. And let that fear drive you. Let it be turn that fear into adrenaline to push forward with whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so I'm in your reading right there. And Whitlow, you said you want a reading or you got questions? You welcome, KG. No problem. All right, let's see. What's your question, Mr. Whitlow? Let's see. Or do you want me to just start shuffling and see what comes out? I just want to know, how do you go about getting the game on the cards? The game on the cards and readings. Well, let's see. Let me show you how. Let me see. So I have tarot cards, but they're not with me right now. I learned how to read playing cards because they're pretty much like tarot cards, except you got to add a couple more things. Like for example, um, damn. There are guidebooks though. Every tarot deck has a guidebook in it. So it explains the suits. It explains what they mean. It explains the major arcana, which would be like, for example, the magician or the emperor or the empress. Now with playing cards, this is fire energy. Clubs are wands. Clubs are wands, which is fire energy. Spades are swords, which is air energy. Uh Diamonds are pentacles, which is earth energy, and hearts are cups, which is water energy. So that's how you like translate the playing cards to like tarot. You cutting watermelon shit. Let me stop playing. I don't like watermelon. I mean, I kind of do like watermelon, but I don't. It got to be sweet. You said run it back. Okay, this is a club, right? That's a club. That's a one. Well, you know what? Let me do some too while I'm here. Let's see. Let's see. Ace of Wand. Okay. So this is a tarot card for the Ace of Wand. This is wand energy. Wand energy is fire. This is the club. Club is a wand. Fire energy. And then Ace of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. That's cup energy, which is water energy. This is the heart. The heart is cup energy, which is water energy. Then Ace of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles, which is earth energy. The diamond in the playing cards represents the pentacle, which is earth energy. And then Ace of Swords. This is Ace of Swords, which is the spade, which is sword energy, which is air energy. They all relate to zodiac. They all relate to tarot cards, relate to the tree of life. I could I'm still learning, but I could go all day about this shit. The tree of life. Um if you really think about it, a lot of the symbols that are in tarot cards are also in the Bible. And it pulls from the Bible actually. And it's kind of crazy to hear that because it's like, oh, people demonize tarot and all this. But I mean, they really correlate with each other, one another. It's just people use things for the wrong reasons. A lot of people, how can I explain? A lot of people just they use it in the wrong way or for the wrong reasons or with the wrong spirit, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, I've been reading tarot for for a while now. I'm still learning though. I'm still learning. But yeah. It's really fun too. And I really a lot of the time you really don't even need the card. Sometimes messages just come through. And But it's nice when it comes to doing a reading for somebody else because you can better explain it with the cards for them to understand. Or I don't know. It's more it's fun to do it with the cards. Not that you can't do it without it, but what allows you to believe in it, if you don't mind me asking? Well, like I said, it's really not even the cards, because a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people aren't gifted, but real gifted people don't need the cards. You really don't need the cards. It's just a way to explain it to whoever you're doing a reading for, or I don't know, like when you're doing videos and stuff like that. Cause a lot of the times when I get messages, I get the message before the card even comes out. Like I'll hear it. You tap into the energy, and I believe in certain spirits, like the angels, the archangels, the Holy Spirit, all of that can communicate with you. So I get the message before I even get the card. Sometimes it be some crazy shit that be happening with these cards though. Cause sometimes you'll get the message and you'll be reading the message, you'll be speaking the message, you'll just come through you and you'll just be saying what the message is, but then a card that relates to the energy of the message will pop out and it's like, what the fuck? Like it's I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's the craziest thing sometimes. That's why I say you don't really need the card sometimes. So it all, I guess for me, I believe in it because I mean I have faith in a higher power already. And so it allows me to tap into that gift, I guess, if that makes sense. So yep. Yep. I've been doing this for a while now. Let's see. I can dig it. I have no belief in any of it, but I respect it now. I used to be angry. I used to be an angry motherfucker about it, but I understand how feeble our minds are now. Yeah, it has a bad rep, but um, it really like it's all about the messenger. Okay, you can't get a reading from everybody. Not everybody can be your reader. What's up, Andrea? Welcome, welcome to the live. I'm just on here doing readings. That's all. Just chilling. Yeah, a lot of people aren't gonna understand, and it has a bad rep. Because like I said, just like anything, people come and twist shit and fuck it up and you know turn it into something that is not. So it's just like anything else. It can be manipulated and twisted and used for the wrong reasons and all of that. What allows you to believe in a God, a higher power? I I say my experiences is I didn't experience a lot of supernatural things, good and bad in my life, and that's how I believe in the higher power because the things that I've been through or survived, it wasn't on my own. Like it wasn't because of me. Cause I didn't have moments of weakness where I just couldn't do nothing. And just something supernatural happened or something. It just I don't know. I just it's no way I can't believe in God or not believe that there's a higher power. I mean, look at all the miraculous stuff that happens every day. We just think it's normal, but I mean, come on, like the wind blows. You can't see the wind. Does that make it any less real because you can't see it? Because you can't see the wind, is it any less real than what you feel? The sun, we don't have a button to press to turn that bitch on and off. It just happens. The way plants grow, the way nature operates, like is the blueprint to the existence of God's power. What makes something a miracle? That's a good question. You got me thinking deep over here. What makes something a miracle? The lack of human contribution to it, something that we can't control, something that has absolutely nothing to do with us existing on its own. Again, the wind. the wind blowing, the sun rising. We have no power over that. That's a miracle in itself. The moon, the planets, all these different things in nature, which, yes, we can have some kind of part in, but nature naturally operates on its own. You can't tell me a higher power is not in control of that. Even ourselves, even us being here. So is science real? Absolutely. Science is nothing but a study of what is already miraculously here. Science is not the creation of things, it's the study of things, it's the knowledge of things, it's the information of these very things that are created. It's not the creation of things, it is the knowledge of it. There's a lot of sciences that you can like study that they even talk about God. They even acknowledge God. A lot of scientists acknowledge God himself too. Where does God fit? Again, science is the study of that. Science is the study of God. So, and that's the thing about God. God, that's what makes God so amazing, because it's like he can't be boxed in, can't be put in a box. There would be endless questions as to where God comes from. We will be asking questions all day. Science is just the evidence of what is already real, what already exists, what's already been created. And none of that sounds ridiculous to you. No, no, it don't sound ridiculous at all. Because like, do we question why every day the food we eat is accessible, like plants? There's an abundance. We put a limitation on it because of capitalism. But if we took capitalism out of the picture and just let nature do its thing and we just got our source from nature, can you explain why it's an abundance of that every day? Do we understand where it comes from or why? No, we don't. Science can break it down, but that still wouldn't completely give us an answer. God cannot be, even the Bible says God cannot be fully understood or comprehended. Our fleshly bodies cannot fully comprehend his power. And even saying him, even putting a name on God, putting a label on God, all of that, even doing that is just so mundane. It's so fleshly of us. It's the only way we can it's the only way we can comprehend it is by putting a label or a name on it. But even that isn't necessary. Even that you don't have to do, but it's there so we can better understand it. But we'll never understand it fully in this existence that we exist in. Just like I said with these cards, I don't need these cards. The messages come to me, but in order for it to be better understood, I use them just like anything else. God exists and is real, but we put a name and a label on them because it's easier to understand them. If no one ever introduced the idea to you, do you believe you still believe in anything like it? It was introduced to me before I even, like, I always had this. I was like, as a little girl, I would say I was agnostic. Like, I didn't 100% believe right away, but I always knew or always had a feeling like something higher or a higher power existed. I always had that feeling like there's something more, excuse me, there's something more to all of this. Like, this can't be comprehended. Like, where does I always had questions, I mean. I always had questions. And so then it was introduced to me in a different way through, religion, but I always had that wonder inside of me, or that feeling inside of me, like there's something more, there's something beyond me, there's something beyond all of us, if that makes sense. I think I would still believe in it because it's always been inside of me. So that's why I feel like, God exists in all of us. We all, honestly, I truly believe that we all are a piece of God. Like we all are pieces of God in different forms, in different ways. Yeah. Yep. That's what I believe. I don't like to put a label on it. I don't like to like I don't really like to put a label on it, you know? I believe in what I believe in. I used to have a label on my belief. Like, I used to call myself a Christian. I used to say I was a Christian. I wouldn't say I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ, but I wouldn't even that, like I wouldn't put a label on it. Like I don't believe in a label. Hold on. Check something. Hold up. But yeah, my story is of the churches I was forced to attend as a youth. The older I got, the more I learned of life, the more it left me. Because it became of age to make my own decisions, decided that it was all a hoax, respectfully. Yeah, I feel like the church, a lot of it, a lot of it is watered down the truth. Um, and has become to a certain degree like a cult. And I mean, you have free will to think for yourself. I believe that. I believe that you have the free will to think on your own accord. I feel like that's what God wants, is for you to be able to have that desire to learn the truth on your own for yourself, not think like everybody else. Let me see. Humans use and exploit each other for me to there's something powerful enough to change it. Yeah, it does nothing. Well, see, that's the thing. You looking at the humans. You can't look at the humans. You got to look at. I mean, you look at the humans in terms of how it's on us why things the way they are. That things are the way that they are, when the same way that they could be the way that they are because of us, it could be different because of us. And it's not that God isn't doing anything. It's the fact that what can we do? We all there's that too. There's that aspect as well. Always looking to God to just wash away every problem that we have. Well, sometimes we gotta solve the problems. We put ourselves in that position of being kings and leaders and all of this, but in the same token, when shit get crappy, oh, let's look to God. Da, 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 da. Okay, what about the God in you that can change situations? That same being made it clear values worship actual commitment of our existence. No, people have made that the thing. What's up, you what's up, user? You got a generic YouTube name. It's like, as man, human beings blame a lot of things on God, but don't take accountability for it in the same token, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of this shit that we blame God for, we could blame ourselves for. We could blame the lack of knowing who we are and doing what we're supposed to do on this earth to make things better. We look to God to make it better, but it's about accountability. If you go back to the beginning, Adam and Eve, they fucked everything up. He told them what to do. He told them to simply obey, not to obey to be a slave, obey because he knew what was best. It used to be man and God. It used to be that relationship that was molded. But when man went against that relationship and did not listen and take heed to God's guidance, that's when everything got fucked up. I believe Adam and Eve is a way, again, another way to break down our existence. So how am I to know what being expects of me if I have to? You have to build that relationship. You have to build that relationship. It sounds like you don't really have that relationship because you don't really have the faith or belief. And that is the biggest requirement, is to have faith. Like, if you don't have that faith, how can you, if you already have an expectation that something is not real or don't exist, how can you give yourself the ability to know that it exists in the first place? If you already have it up in your mind that it don't exist, it don't exist. It's not real because you believe it. That's your faith right there. Even when you, with your lack of faith, you still have faith because your faith is in something else. Your faith is in something not existing. So I mean, it is what it. That's what you believe to be. You don't give yourself the opportunity to believe in something other than what you believe. That's just what I'm, my opinion from what I'm saying. So, like I said, from my own personal experiences, that's how I believe in what I believe. Hold that thought. Okay. About faith. So you're saying because I have faith in something, I make it real. Okay, then there you go. Like I said, there's God inside of all of us. So whatever you believe, that is what you create. That power inside of you comes from somewhere, something beyond you. It's within you, but it comes from something greater than you. Okay. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. So what is real to you then? If you don't believe in anything, what do you believe in? If you have nothing to believe in, what do you believe in? You're a thinker. And there's nothing wrong with that. But where does the ability to do that come from? Even that too is a miracle. Our bodies are miracles. We are literally machines. We heal ourselves. We can think for ourselves. I mean, that in itself is a miracle. Where did we come from? We came from our mothers and fathers, but where did they come from? And where did they come from? And where did they come from? And where did they come? You get what I'm saying? You can't tell me there's not a higher power with simple existence of that. We came from something. We didn't just pop up from the air, just pop up out of nowhere. And if we did, how? How do we just pop up out of nowhere? Shit, what the hell? Hello? Hey, I'm doing a reading. That's why I didn't answer. I'm on live. Okay. All right. I also believe that we forgot. I feel like we forgot who we truly are as well. I feel like something happened. Like some kind of something happened. Who calling me? Who is this? Hello? Deandra? Yes, this is she. All right, my bad. Um, the concept of belief is just being explored in your argument. Here we are. You're disregarding the idea of disbelief as only a rebellion rather than possible correction. I'm not saying disbelief is rebellion. I'm saying disbelief is a lack. I see disbelief as lack. Because you don't, let me see, that's the dynamic at play one side versus another. That's what keeps me out of it, if that makes sense. I understand that. That makes sense. I can see from that side of it as well. It's a lot of questions, but you can't completely dismiss something that you don't fully know about it. Just because you don't fully know the details of something does not mean it don't exist. You can't fully say something don't exist when you don't fully have. Same way you can argue you can't fully have faith in something because you don't have all the details. It's the same way you can argue you don't have all the details, so you don't believe it to be true. No, I'm not dismissing your argument. I'm see both sides. I see both sides. Either way it goes, we don't have enough information. But when you have, from my personal experience, from a point of view of faith, I've seen things happen because of my faith. Even though I don't have the information, I've seen things happen because of my faith. But when you're from a place of disbelief, I feel like you're limited. You're not doing it intentionally or maliciously, but that's the dynamics. I don't know what else to say. I just know I have faith and I've experienced things because of my faith. That's all I know. I only know what I know. I can't go to a place of disbelief because I didn't had too many experiences that have reassured my belief, if that makes sense. And my belief doesn't require me to shut other people's experiences down. I just know my experiences. That's all I do know is my experiences. So I don't know. Where does the belief come from? My belief doesn't come from somebody else. My belief comes from my experiences. That's the thing. I know myself. So my belief comes from my experiences and learning myself and learning who I am and learning about the higher power through that. That's where my belief comes from, my own experiences. It don't come from going to church and listening to somebody else. It come from my own personal experiences. That still can't 100% be explained, but that's where my belief comes from. Okay. But yeah, but my beliefs comes from my personal experiences. That's where my faith comes from. It doesn't come from what someone else tells me. And even still, there's still not all the information there. But without all the information there, I've seen my faith be validated. That's just what I believe or what I say for me personally.